Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Land and Home Show. Today we are finishing our market update series with residential real estate and what is going on in the home market here in Lexington and the greater Lexington area. Hi, I'm Stephen Davey Davis, your land specialist and residential realtor in Central Kentucky and beyond. As I said before, this is the last of the market update videos. If you've missed the previous three, we've done smaller acreage, so 10 to 20 acres of raw land. We've done 50 acres and more of raw land, and I have also done in my most recent video the market update for homes that are on 10 acres or more, so more of the homestead type of configuration. This video is more about like traditional, or I should say more typical single family home living. So places that are in subdivisions or, neighborhoods built in the 1960s, just, your normal house. Should be a pretty short one. So let's jump right into it. When I talk about this first overview, it'll be of the same 16 counties that I spoke about in the last three videos. And if you need explanation about what those 16 counties are and why I chose them, go to the very first video from 2023 on land values 10 to 20 acres. And I talk about what the bluegrass region means and all of that. But these first overview stats are for those 16 counties that I've been basing everything on. And these stats are really for July of 2022 and comparing it to July of this year. So without further ado, last year's median home price in July was $300,000, and this year in July it decreased $25,000 down to $275,000 for a median. On average, homes last year were $323,000, and this year the average has gone up to around $361,000. It doesn't really get better from here. I can tell you that. Last year, 936 homes were sold in July. This year, 629, and you're going to see this trend continue. 3-bedroom homes made up 53% of all of the transactions, which is that's not really new or surprising. 3-bedroom homes regularly are the highest selling or the most frequently selling type of home configuration out of all of them. Most people aren't looking for 5 bedrooms. Most people are not looking for 2. 3-bedroom, two bathroom is pretty standard, pretty normal. And then the bulk of transactions occurred between the $250,000 and $499,000 mark. The heaviest activity, of course, was in Lexington, also known as Fayette County, and the 6 counties that surround it. Those 6 counties being Scott County, Bourbon County, Clark County, Madison, Jessamine, and Woodford. Okay, that's also something that happens every single year. Most people want to be in Lexington or as close as they possibly can be to it. So if we zoom down from the 16 counties that we were in to the 7 counties of Lexington/Fayette County and the 6 counties that surround it, here's what those same stats look like with those as the sample size. Sorry, there's tons of birds outside eating and sunning. All right, so the median home price this year is $334,000. That is up considerably, where last year the median home price in the 7 counties, or otherwise known as the greater Lexington area, was $290,000. Same with the average, it's gone up quite a bit. This year you're looking at $396,000 on average for a home, and $341,000 on average last year. This year in the 7 counties, 492 homes were sold. This is all, we're comparing 2 points in July, so all of July of this year, all of July last year. So this year, 492 homes sold. Last year, 756. 3-bedroom homes made up 51% of all the transactions, and 4-bedroom homes made up an additional 30%. So 81% of homes had 3 or 4 bedrooms, that were sold, and then the rest of them were some amalgam of excuse me, my phone is still on. Some amalgam of 2 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, 7, whatever. Yeah, so that's what Greater Lexington looks like. And then the last thing that I want to talk about before we get to conclusions is just square footage stats. These were taken in the last 60 days. So this is not a comparison of July this year to last year. This is just activity that we've had in the last 60 days. In Jessamine County, you had on average about 2,800 square feet per transaction and a median home price of $400,000. In Woodford County, around 2,500 square feet per transaction and the median home price of $385,900. In Fayette County, 2,350 square feet on average per transaction and a median home price of $350,000. In Scott County, 2,200 square feet on average per transaction with $321,000 as the median home price. Madison County to the south, about 2,100 square feet, a little under per transaction on average, and then $270,000 per median home price. And then Bourbon County, 2,100 square feet on average per transaction, $260,000 median home price. And in Clark County, 1,853 square feet on average per transaction with $252,000 being the median home price. That was a lot of numbers, but if I rank those, like I've ranked other properties or other stats in the last 3 videos, seventh place would be Woodford County. They come in at basically $152.90 per square foot. When you start to divide that that median home price by the square feet. And those 2 stats came together with this new software we're using in our MLS. So that's why I did the calculation the way that I did. I know that one's an average and one's a median, but it reported together that way. So that's how I'm doing it. Number 6 is Fayette County, where you got $148.80 per square foot. What's interesting about these 2 counties just going down so far is Woodford County only had 22 sales in July of 2023 and June 22, and Fayette County 242. So you're already seeing this dynamic where even though it's more expensive to live in Woodford County by the stats that we have, you only have a sample size of 22, whereas Fayette County by far outperformed every other county, and it's the most expensive place if you account for the fact that it just had more homes sold. Like, it's just more heavily weighted. If you go down to number 5, Scott County had $146.28 per square foot and had 59 home sales in July of 2023. Let's see, Jessamine County comes in at number 4 with, where's Jessamine County? $141 and a few cents per square foot. Number 3 would be Clark County, $135.97 per square foot. Madison County is number 2. It curiously had 89 sales, and you're looking at around $128.95 per square foot. Number 1 is Bourbon County, had less than 15 transactions there, but by the data that is here, it was $122.55 per square foot. So, yeah, it's still most expensive to live in Lexington or immediately around it. That will probably never change. It's not changed in Manhattan. It's not changed in LA. Certainly Lexington is not the same as those places, but the principle is the same, where location matters, and location generally matters because that's where employment is. That is often where the most desirable schools are, all sorts of things that play into why people want to be in a place. they're usually in those city centers. So it'll be that way for a long time, and if not forever. The conclusions I want to just quickly go over here are real straightforward. Inventory is still very clearly tight. We've shrunk in inventory when we had those July last year to July this year comparison. The amount that is being sold in 2023 is like starkly and terribly less. So it makes it tougher for buyers because that means that sellers, they generally have the upper hand. It's not going to be true in every single county, but certainly the closer you get to Lexington, the more that dynamic is at play. Reality is that, if you're seeking value, you got to be further away. Period. If you're going by the ranking that I gave you, realize that some of those places may be cheaper, but because there's less inventory, you may be waiting a longer time to find that place that you wanted. So to make that example concrete, Lexington, it was number 6 on that ranking of, the square footage, the price per square foot, but it had 242 home sales. Whereas Bourbon County, it was number 1 on our list, but it had less than 15 home sales. So, you're really having to truly figure out like where it is you want to be, how much time you realistically, not, oh, I'm not in a rush. People say that all the time. Oh, I'm not picky. Everybody has things that they like and everyone has a timeline. And so if your timeline truly is long and you can wait, then waiting for some of these cheaper places, on average, every case is different, but some of these generally cheaper places may suit you. Otherwise, if you have to move, if time is of the utmost importance, you will probably pay a premium to go to a place where you have more options so that you're not having to wait. That's all I got. We got some non-statistical videos coming up, talking to people, some familiar faces, some that you've probably never seen before, at least not on my YouTube channel. I'm excited for that. If you have comments, questions, things that you need, a home or a tract of land that you'd like to sell, I can do it, and I'd love to help you out. So all of my contact info is in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, and talk to you later. Adios.